Good morning. Happy Monday. Let's see. Let's get the stuff done I need to do. Sometimes I just need music, you guys. Give people a time to join. Oh, there's someone now. Okay, there we go. Rosie, it's just you. It's just the two of us. Welcome. Let me see if I'm getting comments. Oh, good, I am. Okay. So, welcome. Happy Monday. Hopefully everybody had a good weekend and a good 4th of July. Some of you did the drawing, so awesome. I think there was a little confusion. I was never recording a video teaching you how to draw it. I was even saying like I was going to do one of the fast motion videos, and the intent was that you would have a coloring page, or you, with all of your skills you've learned from drawing with me already, you could look at the image and then recreate it yourself. So it was kind of both options there. I know I had some people who were like, well, there's a video that's slower. There was never a video that was slower. I mean, there's a video that's slow that's just watching me drawing it, but I wasn't, no, there was never a video that's slow. If I record it fast like that, there's no slow motion option. It's all fast. But anyway, some of you guys tried it out, and I'm cool for that. Awesome. Thanks for sharing your pictures. Probably others did too, and they just didn't share photos. We are on our new week, new schedule. So we are drawing together every other day, basically. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Fridays, though, aren't live. Fridays, good morning, happy Monday. Fridays aren't live. Fridays are just going to be a tutorial video that gets posted. So Monday, Wednesday live, Friday not live. They're all at 10 a.m., Saturday 8 p.m. live, okay? Now, we're doing something different this week. Usually on Sundays, I tell you guys what we're drawing. Usually every day, I tell you guys what we're drawing. I show you the picture of what we're drawing, and then we're creating it. It's surprise week. You don't get any of that. And you know what? Look at this. I haven't drawn anything. So I'm not pre-drawing this week. The first time I draw it is when I draw it live with you guys. And then you get to, I guess, just kind of figure out what it is that we're drawing as we're drawing it. So they'll be fun. They'll each be different. But yeah, I decided to just do something a little different and kind of surprise you guys a bit. Kind of make you like, you know, you don't get to pick and choose. You just come in and you either draw or you don't draw. Thank you, Morning Mom. Oh, in Tahoe, jealous of that. Okay, I think that's like the only announcements that I have aside from get your shirts. Today is the 6th, is that right? 4th, 5th? Yeah, today's the 6th. So shirt sales end in 2 days. You have 2 more days to get in on the shirt orders for the first batch of shirts. So I will do another post today with all of the links for the merchandise. So get your Draw with Stacy merch so you can be part of the cool cats and kittens. I don't know why I even just said that. Okay, so are you guys ready to draw? Usually I would say, are you ready to see what we're drawing today? But you know what? You're just either here to draw or you're not. So are you ready to draw? Awesome, Mom. Let me turn on my light. Let me flip the camera around. That light's bright. Glad I'm wearing a hat. And let's get started. So this is fun for me too, because usually, you know, I have that pre-drawing done So I kind of already know like what it's going to look like, and I kind of look at that as I'm drawing, and you know, I don't have that today. So we're going to start with a line right across the page. Doesn't have to be straight, doesn't have to be dark, doesn't have to be fancy. We're just going to put a line in. Now, above this line, we're going to draw kind of a circular shape, but it'll be a little bit more narrow at the top. Not quite egg either. Like a squatty circle. So a little, so it's a little wider down here than it is up here. Now, right here, I'm going to put a circle that comes down into the line. And I'll erase that line. I'm going to put right about where the circle meets the headline. I'm going to just dip it down a little and then come up and around. And you can erase face line right there. It's a face. You just got your first hint. Now let's do a little hot dog tip. Another hot dog tip. And another. And then connect this corner to the circle you made. So do you see the hand forming right there? All of these lines now get erased. So you have a head and you have an arm. On this side, this arm is actually just going behind the back or under the table. So you're doing a little line out and then back down. Yep, you can guess what it is. That's part of the fun of this. We'll see who figures it out first. We'll put the curve of the body right here. And a little line, kind of like the armpit. A little less, a little below, nope, not Charlie Brown. A little under halfway, we're going to put an oval for a nose. And from this oval, I'm going to do a line that goes almost all the way up to the top of my head. And now we're going to take from this line, I went a little bit high, make that just a little bit shorter. I'm going to come around and then on this side, the same. I made those a little bit, the one on the left was a little bigger. Nope, not big hero. I'm just evening up my eyes a little bit. Ah, my mom got it. It's Garfield. Garfield. We're doing Garfield because why is Garfield important today? Garfield hated Mondays. So now right here, pretty low in the eye, you're going to do a line that curves all the way across. He has these big sleepy eyelids. And then you'll do little tiny pupil circles down here at the bottom. He has bags under his eyes, so you'll do an extra little line on each side. We all feel like this some Mondays. I kind of feel like Garfield is like my spirit animal. Like he doesn't love Mondays, he doesn't love mornings, he likes to eat, he's sarcastic, and he kind of bosses the man in his house around. So let's put his cheeks are going to come off of these bags under his eyes. Just do 2 curved lines. This one actually can go a little longer. It's kind of going behind the arm. His mouth is frowny, so he has a V going down. Little cat whisker dots. Garfield didn't actually have any whiskers in the drawing. He has these like whiskers off the side of his head. You'll see them in just a minute, but they don't come off of his cheeks. Now his ears are going to build off of his eyes. So I'm going to do this line first. So I'm going to have a line that comes out of the head on this side and then out on this side. This one's a little more upward. This one's a little more out. And then this will actually curve and come back in to his eye. And once you do that, you can erase the line that goes across. This is the inside of his ear. And same with this one, it can curve and come back. And these are not the same size because his ears are facing kind of different directions. So you're not trying to achieve 2 ears here that look exactly the same. One's more open, one's a little more droopy. You can erase this line that goes across. My eraser is shot. That's why I don't like those erasers. But sometimes they're convenient. And then from the top of this, you're going to curve in to a point. And then you'll curve back out. So there's his 2 ears. I want this a little bit more pointed. that was fun. I kind of like drawing and having you guys guess what it is. And now he has, again, these three kind of like random whiskers that are up here. So Garfield's whiskers didn't come off of his cheeks. They kind of came off the upper portion of his head. And then we're going to have some black inside of his ears. So I'm just going to do some little zigzagging. In the ear. And I'll do that on both sides, just a little bit of zigzag. And then he's also going to have stripes in his face. So these I do as ovals, and they each one gets a little bit smaller. So just start with like a big oval kind of on the side of his face, and then one that's a little bit smaller and one that's a little bit smaller. And let's do the same over here. And on this side, we'll actually see a little bit more of them since this side is kind of being covered by that arm. We'll get one more in down here. And then we'll get a little bit of it over here on the side of his body. Right? Totally is. And then actually to that note, what I thought would be a fun little addition is to have a coffee cup. So let's draw a rectangle, 2 lines going up, do a curved line coming down, a curved line going back, and then you can put that handle in. So kind of a hot dog shape off to the side, and then a smaller version of it. You could do some little steam lines. When you draw when you color this, you're going to put one more line going across here because this will be the edge of the cup. And then this will be the beverage. And then I'm going to write on my cup. I hate Monday. That was a popular Garfield saying. And there you go. That's it. That's all for our Garfield. So now you're just ready to come in with your pen and do all your outline work. And Garfield is just going to have, 2 colors really. I mean, aside from the color of his eye, but he's mostly just going to be orange and black. So those are the two colors you need today, is an orange and a black. So did you guys like this? Did you like the surprise factor? The kind of figuring it out, start drawing it, and then seeing what it was? I did. Just like that. It's like a mystery drawing at first. Good. I'm glad you guys liked it. I kind of had the idea last week during one of our drawings. I think I even said, "Oh, wouldn't it be fun?" And then it's fun for me, really, in some ways too, because I get to draw it for the first time with you guys. So, you know, I'm not pre-drawing it before, I'm just drawing it at the same exact time you guys are for the first time. Put those little whiskers in. And all these little stripes. Also, while I'm not a cat person, I do love myself a good orange fat cat. There's something about him that's just so cute. I wasn't sure all of our kids would know Garfield, but there's some current Garfield movies. They're kind of still relevant. Just moving these little stripes closer to the edge. I put them a little far out originally. That line in. I'm going to draw the handle connected so there's not a line going through the actual handles. And you don't have to write "I hate Mondays." That was really Garfield's thing, but maybe you love Mondays. So you could write something else. You could write "I love Odie." Because he really did love Odie. It was his best friend. And we're ready to erase. And I am going to come in with a pen and do the black first instead of doing a crayon. But you can do it with a crayon too. He actually does have yellow. This like cheek part of his face was yellow, and then he was orange and black and had like a little bit of a peachy nose. So I guess he does have a couple other colors going around, but the orange and black are the key ones. So I'm just going to color all this little ear section I made, and then his little stripes on his body. Pen fuzz on my paper. Get that off of there, or it's going to smear. And I am doing this pen after I've erased, because this pen needs more time to set. You know, we've talked about that some pens, they need time to actually really kind of soak into the paper. This is one of them. So I didn't want to color in prior to erasing, because when I erased, it would definitely smudge this pen. But this one's good for coloring in because it has a little bit of a fatter tip than the one I draw with. And then just a little bit over here. Okay, that's good. And I'll put the peachy nose in first. I'm going to kind of save my yellow or my orange for the very end. Oh, he's so cute. So I'm just coloring just this kind of cheek area. The line doesn't go all the way down, but you can still just use your color as the line. We've done that before, where sometimes you don't need that black line for the whole thing. Otherwise, then I think it takes away from the look that that's his mouth. And I've put a brown inside my cup. So did everyone have a good weekend? I did. It was very nice. I got to do some kind of social distance activities, which were lovely. Good to see some people safely. I got outdoors a lot, went paddleboarding, spent the day at a pool. Sat out front for fireworks. You could also put a sunshine on the mug, which would be kind of funny considering how grumpy his face looks. Add something a little cheery in. And then I just need an orange. Let me find a good one. I'm going to go with this one. I'm going to go with this one, and guess what it's called? It's just called orange. Ah, you're late. No worries. You can always start the video over when it's all finished, so you have it from the beginning. Okay, I gotta pull this out. There we go. Remember, these are his eyelids, not his eyes, so you're gonna color that in orange also. And I did a post about it this weekend or maybe on Friday, but you know, I know the schedule is changing. For some of you, it does mean less drawings because if if you do draw with me every day and have drawn with me every day, well, now it's going to be a little adjustment because there'll be a gap in between days, which, absence makes the heart grow fonder. So, but if you have not drawn with me every day, there are so many drawings available for you to do. All the drawings that we've done in the past live on the page. I never take them down. I think if I remember my post correctly, there's 102 drawings, you guys. That's how many drawings we've done. So if you haven't done them all, there's always videos that you can go back to, do any of the ones that you missed. You can also access them all on YouTube if you prefer that method. They're all there also. Yeah, now you have a chance to get caught up, and I have a chance to rest a little bit. It's a win-win for all. I needed just a little bit of resting time, a little bit more than I was getting. And this seemed like 10 a.m. was the popular time. It was the time almost everybody picked. There were a couple others. We'll never be able to make everybody happy. But it was the most popular one, so that's what we went with. And the good thing is, then it's like done. You draw in the morning, and then my day is free. I'm free to do my actual job. I got to fit that in too. So that way you're not waiting around all day for the drawing to happen. edge those fingers a bit. And sometimes I'll surprise you in between and post, videos like I did for the 4th, like just random little drawings you can do on your own. Or a lot of times, like I've said on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, I share more of the private drawings that I used to make albums in the group, but it's hard for me to get all of those drawings together from the people who do the private drawings. So now I've just been sharing my own drawing on Instagram a bit more when I do those private drawings. And that way, you could look there and you could draw something that you've seen there. I know some of you did the one that was like the outdoorsy with the little cabin, the little circle drawing that I did. Plus, if you miss it, you have the rest of the day. Exactly. You have all day because it happened in the morning. So I agree. I do think the 10 a.m. is a good time slot. And there we go. There is our I Hate Monday Garfield, our first surprise drawing of the week. It didn't take you guys that long to figure out what we were drawing. Once we put those eyes in, it was a given. But I could see where at first you guys got Charlie Brown with the shape of the head. So that was pretty fun. So we will be back on Wednesday at 10 a.m. Is our next live drawing. Don't forget to post your drawings to the group so we can see them, or you can share them with me on Instagram. Don't forget to get your Draw with Stacey merchandise purchased. You have until the 8th to get that done in the first run of merchandise. And thank you guys so much. I hope you guys have a great week and happy drawing.